Today, for the first time in about 7 or 10 years, I had a sip of alcohol. And I mean a sip. I was taking my mom out, and there was like this festival. So I wanted to treat my mom, get her something. So I got her a hot dog and like a mug of beer. We really don't drink at all. My mom certainly really doesn't. I don't. I did when I was younger, not alcoholic or anything, but I drunk to hung out, socialize. And so I got this mug of beer, and I said, "Ma, enjoy it. Cheers." I just got her, but I took a sip before I gave it to her. I said, "I just want to taste it." And I tasted that one sip of beer, and it made me feel dumb. It's a downer. Alcohol is a downer. It zaps your energy. Your best life, you need all your energy to fight life. And one thing that I realized, I'm 39 going on 40, I said, "Sam, it was a blessing that you got to experience life at a very young age." I started drinking at 12, hanging out, smoking cigarettes under peer pressure. And the people who peer pressured me, they weren't bad people. It's just, they were caught in a cycle too. But it was funny. I was coming off the line today to get the beer and the hot dog for my mom, and I had like the big mug of beer, and it looked, great. It's like it had the suds on the top. And some biker guy, and he looked like he voted for Trump. He was like, "Yeah, brother, beer looks great." And it felt good. It felt like camaraderie, it's like, because I was like, this guy likes Trump, but, he likes me. It's all right. But it felt good to be accepted, but it also reminded me once I sit down and I took a seat, that's peer pressure. I don't think, I don't look down on anyone who drinks, but I'm making my own observation that I think, right, how do you make your life better? I think stop drinking and smoking. I really do. Even casual, social, or even at the end of the day, you have a beer. There's a movie called Lucy. It has some hot girl in it. She's a very popular actress. She was in the Avengers. If anyone's seen the movie Lucy, type in the live comment on what the actress name was. Very popular actress. Man, I should type that right now. Beautiful woman. In the movie Lucy is about a girl who was kidnapped basically, and she gets injected with this like new synthetic drug that allows the brain capacity of a person. Thank you, Cameron. Scarlett Johansson. Yes. I know a lot of you psychopaths out there masturbated to Scarlett Johansson at least once. So the movie Lucy, I recommend it. And a lot of people didn't like the movie, but I thought the movie was great. The movie was about this actress, Scarlett Johansson. She gets kidnapped and injected with this new synthetic drug that allows your brain capacity to operate at the highest level. Because the average brain, I think, only uses, someone Google that, I think the average brain only uses 10 to 25% max capacity. The other 75% of your brain is just like celebrating Halloween. It's complete like psychopath useless thing. Okay. So really, your mind is very inefficient. The human is very inefficient. Out of your closet, you only use about 10 to 20% of your clothes. The rest are just hanging there. Out of the square footage in your house, you're only using 10 to 20% of the square footage. So out of your brain, you're only using 10 or 20%. Okay? And some of you psychopaths, you're barely using that. So let's say a prayer. But what I'm here to tell you is alcohol and drugs, they kill the little brain capacity that is active. And during this movie, Lucy was operating at this high level, almost like 90% brain capacity. And she actually, at one point in the movie, she was on an airplane, I think, and she took a sip of beer. And the beer had shown like her basically disintegrating her body. Now, again, when I was young, I drank 40s, I drank Mad Dog, I drank hard liquor, soft liquor, I smoked cigarettes. I never had addiction problems, but I was young and social and under peer pressure. And what I can tell you is it creates a whole lifestyle. It creates a lifestyle of living below your potential. Does it numb the pain? It can numb some pain, but it's not going to be your best life. So this is my opinion, how I view life, and this is something that I'm experiencing. I mean, And I didn't really go through some like great revelation that I wanted to stop drinking or smoking. But it was just like, I got in my 20s and I was like, I just want to live a different life. And I got involved in church. I started like separating from friends. And it was a different lifestyle. The lifestyle was no longer going to the strip club or hanging out, smoking, drinking. It was more going to Bible study, doing this, doing that. And not that I say now you should get stuck in that spiritual lifestyle. It's only one part of life. It's only one part. I saw a lot of people get caught in the church game, and that's all it is. It's the street game, the church game, whatever game. You have to be a well-rounded person. But that means you have to go through experiences. So even if you drink or smoke or whatever, I think it's an experience. But I think it's very hard to beat or get out of that cycle. Just like it's very hard to get out of the cycle of obesity, which I had to go through. But you can't take downers and live your best life. Beer is a downer. I mean, I wouldn't take uppers either. Anybody doing like some type of drug that makes them. The bottom line is you don't want to kill your brain cells because you need your full vigor to fight life. Now, I wish life wasn't a constant fight. I really do. Look, if it was up to me, I would make life easier. I would give everyone universal basic income, not enough that you have to be a sloth, but just enough to cover basic stuff, and you'd still have to work. And, look, I'd make sure no one ever got sick. Everything would be great, but that's not the reality of life. So you got to deal with the reality of life. The reality of life is you have to fight. Okay, fight for what you want and fight for your best life, fight for your health. The longer you put that off, the more you get beat down by life. And, as I sit there today, I really wasn't making a big deal of it, but I said, I don't want to drink anymore at all, not even a sip. But in addition to that, that was just something I wanted to start the show with. How do you make your life better? I think there's 3 things after that. Because I think you have to be in the right mindset to then go forward, okay? And I remember the movie Braveheart with Mel Gibson. And he was about to die for freedom. And some hot chick that really liked him, she liked him because he was so dedicated to his wife that died. So pro tip to all my guys out there who are widowers or went through a tough time. Guys, the girls love you. The girls love you because you're devoted to your ex, even though she's not with you. But even this girl loved the fact that Mel Gibson was a man of strength and that he was devoted to even his wife who had died. And she had went to kiss him with a sedative, with like alcohol or like some type of like drug that would numb the pain because she knew Mel Gibson was getting ready to basically be put to death and she wanted him to be numb. And Mel Gibson, he tasted and he spit it out. He goes, no, I need to be sharp. I need to be sharp to deal with my destiny. There's a scripture that says iron sharpens iron. So one person sharpens another. But your friends, but also yourself, you have to be in a mindset of focus. Okay. There's a downtime. You shouldn't be always like on edge. There's downtime. There's laughter time. I make videos. Sometimes they're very funny, but I also make videos that are very serious sometimes. Well, I got to be well-rounded. Okay. You got to be well-rounded. Some of the most saddest people are comedians because they're funny and then they don't know how to be well-balanced. They don't know how to also be serious. And so I watch videos, interviews of Eddie Murphy nowadays. The guy looked like he basically lost his mind. He doesn't look funny. He doesn't look happy. He looks pissed. And I say, damn, a lot of comedians, like they lost their vigor. Life is not always laughing. It's not always serious either. I shout to the Asian girl. How do you make your life better? Stop dating girls with Hello Kitty. But one thing I will give credit for, the girl who I dated with Hello Kitty, she met me in a season of my life where I was studying a lot of different things. And she said, Sam, it's good to be serious, but don't always be serious. That's not good. And she was right. She was right. And that's why I don't think you should be men going their own way. I think you should be well balanced. I think you should have a man's perspective, a woman's perspective, and then you form your own life. But in addition to all these things I'm rambling, how do you make your life better? Downsize, reposition, then expand. You have to downsize. You have to keep things simple because then you can breathe. You can have more options. And that can lead you into number 2. You reposition. You reposition your career, your location, everything. And then you expand. You expand your creativity. You form a new venture. You try something new. You grow yourself in a certain way. Those are basic 3 steps. Downsize so that you have more options. When you have more options, reposition, change jobs. Don't leave a job till you have a job. But maybe you're not working a job you're inspired with. How do you change a job? You don't just quit. Downsize first. Sell your house while you have a job. Okay. Cut your expenses while you have a job. Downsize first, then reposition. Apply for a job to where you want to live. Now that you've downsized, you have more options. You don't have to keep up a high expense. Then expand. Start your own side thing. Start a YouTube channel. Okay. Start a Halloween store. A lot of Halloween stores popping up. Guys, if she's an art teacher and she works part-time at the Halloween store, they're going to write that divorce paper in red crayon. Total loss on that one, guys. What I could tell you is this. Okay. How do you make your life better? You got to be sharp. That's number 1. You got to stop sedating the mind. Stop dumbing down your mind. Stop dumbing down to your friends. Stop giving in to peer pressure. Because, guys, I felt very good when this biker guy gave me a thumbs up for having that mug of beer today. I don't know why, because I really don't care what people think, but it just felt like, again, like he was like Trump guy, whatever, but we were cool. I'm cool with a lot of Trump guys. Don't get upset, guys. Come on. I know some of you guys get upset about that. Come on. Now, truth be told, a lot of people don't know me on YouTube. A lot of my friends who voted for Obama, they were mad at me during his second term because I was giving them crap. But I know I only started this YouTube channel a couple of years ago since Trump's been in office. Guys, I think for myself, guys. Okay. But what I could tell you is this, man. That guy who gave me the thumbs up today when I had that mug of beer, he doesn't make my life better. My friends who I were hanging out with and drinking, smoking, they weren't bad people, but they didn't make my life better. You make your life better. I made my life better. How? You got to do the work. Literally, physically, emotionally, financially, career-wise, everything. Today, when I met up with my mom, you know what I did first? Self-care. Years ago, I would meet up with my mom because she would call me. I said, all right, I'm coming now. No, you know what I did today? I woke up, I had breakfast, I went to the gym. My mom called me on my way to the gym. I said, Mom, I'll call you in a little bit. Why? Because self-care has got to come first. Work out, had a healthy lunch so I didn't have to eat crap when I met her. Self-care. Full-time job. I don't get lonely because I'm busy doing self-care. When you're not doing self-care, you get lonely. Why? Because you need a distraction. You're not doing anything. All the energy you have is anxiety. You need someone else to calm you down. Shout out to Nas. He did a great song. Music makes me calm down. Check that out. But what I can tell you is this. Self-care will burn off some of that excess energy. It'll sharpen your mind. And it'll keep you from being lonely, hanging out with the wrong people. You'll end up meeting somebody at the gym. Even though I know somebody who just met a girl at the gym, total disaster. She ain't going to the gym no more. What a disaster. Let's stay positive. Guys, the gym's basically a strip club. It basically is. I'm not going to lie. I keep my head down in the gym, guys. I don't socialize. Don't socialize when you're doing self-care. When I was at church, there was a certain point where it was just getting to be a social event. It wasn't about really like learning and growing and getting better. There was sometimes, but then sometimes I felt like this is just a club. So it's the VFW without the beer. That's what church was like. It was like the VFW without the beer. Whatever arena you're in life, you have to know why you're there, and then you have to execute why you're there. When you're in the gym, you're not there to socialize. You're in there to work out. And when you work out, you have to feel resistance. Guys, it's Sunday. You got to go to work tomorrow. You feel resistance. But guys, you have to feel resistance to grow. Okay. And if you hate your job, if you hate your life, guys, don't quit your job, downsize your life and apply to a job that you may like better while you still have a job. You have to do things in order. And if you're totally destitute, what's the answer? Start anything. Start anything. Because the worst thing you can do when you're in the worst shape is not do anything. Not work, not do anything. Just wait for something to fall out of the sky. Guys, in DoorDash right now. DoorDash now, wherever you're at, you just turn it on. I'm in New Jersey. I turned on my app. There's places around here to DoorDash. Uber, whatever. Is that what, $10, $15? Yeah, but when you got nothing, guess what? That's better than anything. Should you stop there? No. I know a lot of people They did the right thing. They started to make their life better by doing DoorDash or Uber, and then they stopped. They didn't go any further. And they got more potential than that. Now, if you got your thing set up and you got your budget and that makes you happy, don't let me lead you astray. You do you. But you have to maximize your brain capacity, your physical capacity, every capacity. And then you balance it out to figure out how you want to live your life. But like I often tell you guys, your life, your body, your mind is like a car. Okay? It shouldn't always be idle. You got to put a little demand on it. Okay? Not too much demand where you burn out the engine. Okay? That's part of self-discovery, okay, to find the balance for yourself. But you damn sure ain't going to find the balance sipping on beer, man. Smoking a cigarette, vaping. Or calling the wrong person because you're bored and lonely because you didn't do self-care. Do you need luck? Yeah, you need luck. But guess what, guys? You know, it's been said, the more things you do, the luckier you get. You know, luck isn't going to just find you. It's going to find you while you're doing something productive. Look, I hope you get lucky. I hope Donald Trump comes in here and super chats us all $1 billion. Would I vote for him? Shit, yeah, if he gives me $1 million, I'll vote for him. I don't give a shit. Because I don't think, and look, guys, like I always tell you, to me, it doesn't matter, you know, really who's the president in one sense, because I'm still going to do what I need to do for my own life. You know, I talk about it because I'm engaged, you know, I'm aware of society, and I'm not going to let people like shit on Obama because I didn't like some of the things he did, but shit, he was better than Bush and better than a lot of other people. So I don't like that either. Like, I can see why, you know, certain shit Obama did was no good. But don't shit on him either. Like Trump is God's gift, because he ain't. Because he ain't. And I won't accept that. But what I could tell you is this. I broke down the topic tonight. I'm going to take a hydration break. We're going to all live comments. We'll go from there. Guys, click that thumbs up button. Share the video. And if you're buying laundry detergent, dildos, or a Donald Trump small hand back scratcher, use my Amazon link. Why? Because it costs you nothing, and I get a commission. Praise the Lord. All right, we'll go all live comments. See what you guys are doing out there. Tell you right now, man, if you're dating a girl that's working at the Halloween store, man, welcome to hell. Tom, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Stay hydrated, man. Yeah, 1,000 trails passed. Been a blessing in my life, guys. I'm telling you right now, whether you're a tent camper or an RVer, if you're full-time on the road, and if you're traveling in areas that 1,000 Trails has campgrounds, it's a no-brainer, guys, because it's low risk, high reward. Doesn't cost a lot, you know, $800 or so, and I got a couple add-ons. It's a win, in my opinion. Cameron, thank you, brother. Good job saying Scarlett Johansson. Jay Bird, yo, what's up, Sam? Good to see you, Jay Bird. Cameron, you nailed it. What's up, Tony? Tom, good movie. That was a great movie, man. Lucy's the name of the movie. Get your brain capacity operating. Tony, I missed your comment the other night, brother, but when I watched the replay of myself sometimes. I made myself laugh sometimes. Tony, when I watched the replay, I saw you left a positive comment that one live feed I did a couple days ago encouraged you. So, Tony, I read it. I appreciate you. I see you. I acknowledge you. Sam, the best way to make your life better is to avoid psychopaths. Well, that's not easy, especially when everyone's shopping for Halloween. Why? Because they're a total disaster. Well, you figured out life. Good job, Marcy. Okay, Sam, that's right on. Thank you, Marcy. Tom, wisdom. Thank you, brother. Free to be me, proper balance. That's right. Good job, free to be me. Tom, good message. Very wise. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Roz, hello, Sam and all. Good to see you, Roz. Tony, hello to you, Roz. Tony, you need to feel resistance to grow. True. Thank you, brother. I don't think you should be under constant pressure because I think, again, too much pressure is no good. That's how you blow your bicep out. And as you get older, you don't want as much pressure. You know, like I always tell you, if you're young or middle-aged, that's when you build your career. That's when you kind of take some more risk and you put a demand on yourself even higher. But when you're an older car, you don't go driving on the freeway 80 miles an hour. You slow down more. You drive more cautious. Your car can't take it. So as you get older, you mitigate your risk. You move less. And, so be mindful of what season you are in life, but always move as much as you can But there's a reason why elderly people downsize, because you can't take that much, even if you have the financial wherewithal. The mental and the physical and the emotional demand of things and of life is wearing on you, and you want simplicity. I think the younger you can downsize and make and keep your life simple, the better you will be. The more control you will have in your life, the less stressed, the more happy, the more options. Downsize, reposition, and then expand creatively. Expand in ways of life that excites you and that feed your creativity, your aspirations, your individual life. Because there's parts of life that you have to do things you don't want to do, okay? But as you get older, the whole point is that you want to have more leverage to do things you want to do on your terms, okay? But that comes through sacrificing and positioning yourself while you're younger. But if while you're younger and you're building a career and you're doing jobs you don't like and you're getting certifications and you're doing things, be mindful not to be a serious consumer. Experience life, buy some things, but don't get trapped in long-term debt or obligations, because then it's hard to get out of the belly of the beast. And then that's why a lot of people do go to like beer or stuff like that just to drink away the pain. But what I could tell you is this: it's harder to downsize as you get older. I see many people in their older age, they don't have the energy and they don't have the vigor to do what it takes to downsize. Downsizing takes a lot of energy, and it took me 2 years as a single person with no kids, okay? So don't underestimate how hard it is to downsize. And I threw 90% of my stuff out. I didn't even sell it. So it would have took longer if I sold it. So I saw people that are very good off financially, but they got to their 60s and 70s and they didn't have the energy to downsize and to travel or whatever. So don't underestimate. Downsize when you're young, reposition, and then expand organically based on things you want to do with your life. Good job. Tony, the other Tony Rain. Why do loners, and they give like a wolf emoji, attract loners? Why do psychopaths attract psychopaths? Because guys, it takes two to tango. I think it's because we know we will respect each other's space physically and mentally. Well, I agree with that. No, it's true. Look, you do kind of know who you vibe with and who you don't. That's a good point, Tony. Birds of a feather flock together, though. And if you're lost in life and you really don't know who you are or what you want to be, there's a level of your journey you have to walk alone, okay? God is with you. If you want to believe in that, I believe in that. But you're going to need a level of your journey to walk alone, and then you reposition yourself and you expand with people that vibe with you. I have few people, but to your point, Tony, they understand me. They understand, like, look, I'm not going to come hang out and see you, even if it's your kid's birthday, even if it's your 50th wedding anniversary, I'm not coming over. So why not? And I actually enjoy the fact that they invite me, but it's just the fact that, if for some odd reason I want to go, I go, but 90% of the chance I'm not going to go. So you have to have people that accept you, let you do you, as you say, give you your space. That's key. You have to be with people that they give you the space you need and you give them the space you need. So guys, I bashed a girl with Hello Kitty, but also there was a part of that I failed, that I didn't give her the space she needed, okay? Because she was hot. Again, there's a lot of psychopaths out here that they keep crying the blues that everyone keeps hurting them. But you keep trying to date people that are hotter than you. And I'm not trying to say you should date someone uglier than you. I'm just trying to say there's a lot of ugly, snaggle-toothed people that'll kiss your ass if you call them. But you don't want them. Why? Because you want the hot person. I understand that. But what I'm here to tell you is, look, guys, ease away from the unhealthy relationships. All right? Good job. Let's continue. Tony, why are you not a fan of Halloween stores and art teachers, Sam? Hey, Tony, you did a couple art teachers and you told me how you feel. Woo, Sam, 65 more payments left. Well, I'm not mad at you, brother. Why? Because you're a positive person. I think you're going to figure it out. You got what it takes, brother. You got endurance. You come back in this live cheat, I bust your chops a little bit, but I can tell you got what it takes. Why? Because you got tenacity, you got humor. You need tenacity and you need humor to balance yourself. And you're consistent. You're just doing you. So, brother, even though, look, I know having a jet ski in Detroit is a total disaster, I'm not going to lie to you, but I do have faith in you that you're going to figure out life, you're going to live your best life, because you show me that you got the characteristics to figure it out. So even if you got to totally bankrupt that jet ski like Trump did Taj Mahal, you'll figure it out, brother. Camera, Sam, do you save money as if you still have a house? Well, I save more. I have less expenses. I still have expenses. Even when you're debt free, you're never going to be expense free. But I save more, I have more flexibility. I'm happier. I have to take care of less. I have less mental stress. It takes a little bit of a while to figure it out. Thousand Trails has been a game changer with some stability for places to safe and legally park at night. So, but yeah, look, I save more. There's no way around that. But you're going to spend more than you think. But don't forget, guys, before I sold my house to have 15 years. I established my career. So don't say, oh, I want to live in my car and not have a career. Before you start to live in your car or whatever you want to do in life, that's fine. Your career and your ability to produce an income comes before cutting your expenses. Because guys, if you can't produce a good enough income, it doesn't matter how cheap you live. You're always going to be living paycheck to paycheck, hand to fist, so to speak. So especially for my younger and middle-aged people, for my older people or people who are have a serious disability or something, look, you got to do what you got to do. You know what life is. But for my younger and middle-aged people that are able, build your career, okay? And, if you want to live in your car while you do it, fine. But don't neglect building your career. And then as you get older, like I intentionally sold my house and repositioned my life so that, like, down the road, if God forbid I lose my job or something, I don't have to get right back into the corporate rat race. I may, but I have options, okay? Because I have certifications, I have experience. So if God forbid I get laid off, I have options, okay? I don't want to, but that's why I reposition my life, so I can control my future more. But look, if I was working at the Dollar Tree living in a car, guys, I wouldn't have any options. I would be begging you guys, so I just want, again, for my young and middle-aged people that are able, go out there and build your career, okay? And look, you don't need to be a rocket scientist. If you clean houses, you can live in a van and use that van to store cleaning supplies, put a sign on it, and just clean houses. Guys, you can get like $50 an hour or $100 a house to clean a house. So all you people with no education, guys, you can make money cleaning houses, and do DoorDash and do Uber. So then you got two hustles. You should be fine. Okay, you should get over the $2,000 a month net income. Okay, so, but you have to have tenacity. You have to have humor, and you have to have you have to be able to communicate with people. And if you can't say nothing nice, keep your mouth shut. Don't be a psychopath on Halloween. Okay, I know a lot of you people out there struggle with communicating with people. You're awkward, and I understand that. But what I'm here to tell you, guys, don't mess up your money bag emoji. So if you really don't know what to say and you feel like you're going to, just throw out a curse word like you got Tourette's syndrome, just keep your mouth shut, okay? And then when they leave, go curse them off, okay? Why? Because you don't want to mess up your money bag, all right? Love and respect. Thank you for the positive comment. I appreciate that. Seahorse, love to you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Tara, amen to simplicity. Preach on, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that. Roz, hands up emoji. I spend my entertainment money all on Halloween decorations. Well, hey, like you said, Roz, last night, you don't need a man. So if Halloween makes you happy, even though it may upset me, if it makes you happy, what should you do? Shit, you should dress up like a unicorn, put that unicorn right on your forehead. And guys, a lot of psychopathic girls dressing up like a unicorn, and some transgender guys. Because let me tell you something. You know who's going to be a unicorn for Halloween? Okay. Caitlyn Jenner and an art teacher. Okay. And what do they have in common? They're both psychopaths. So what I can tell you is this, guys. If Halloween gets you excited, then dress up like a unicorn. Just make it rain candy on yourself. Why? Because who am I to judge, guys? I'm living in my car just doing me. So should I tell you not to do you? No, do you. And I love each other. Let's continue reading. She goes, basically, she go blow her money on Halloween decorations. And when I'm done decorating the department, I'm not mad at that Halloween emoji to you. I love you, Tony. Thumbs up, thank you. Frugal life. It's very hard to downsize. That's very true. That's why I do it young. Now, build your career when you're young, but downsize when you're young. Why? Because it takes a lot of energy when you get old. Let's continue. Went from a 4-bedroom, 2,000 square foot house. Guys, each person in the house should not have more than 250 square feet. So if you're in a relationship with an art teacher and you have one kid, you shouldn't have more than 750 square feet. Because 250 square foot per person, that's how much you need. Not 2,000 square feet for you and 2 cats. All right, let's continue. And then she downsized to a 480 square foot 2-bedroom. Lots of stuff went trash. Good job. Now it feels great. Good job to not have as much weighing me down. Hand clap emoji. to Days Frugal Life. Good job. Sari Jersey. Hey, Sam. It's been a while. I remember the name vaguely. Hope all's well. I appreciate that heart emoji. Well, love to you. Thank you. Thank you for coming back. Ross, at the Frugal Life, I like your channel. Tiny homes are the way to go. I'm not mad at that. But tiny homes, you can only put them in a place where there's land restriction, where there's no land restriction. And guys, you know where there's places with no land restriction? Wherever there's a Trump 2020 flag. So if you want to live in the middle of nowhere where you're going to smell like a cow manure farm and you're going to see the Confederate flag and the Trump 2020 flag, guys, go out there and buy a tiny home. But if you want to live like, in a populated area, don't get a tiny home. Why? Because you're not going to be able to put it on any land. So what I could tell you is this, in my opinion, do what you want. All right, good job. Guys, in a couple of years, I'll move into a van, still have a kid at home. I can understand that. Love and respect to all my parents out there. I'll rent out my house and travel. Well, good luck being a landlord. My mom did that, was total disaster, but I can understand. And travel and enjoy the rest of my life. I'm not mad at you, Dad. Good job. Stephanie, hey, Sam, hello to you. Ross, no, Sam. I dress like a Catwoman or Batgirl. Well, hey, you bat crazy in my opinion. But what do I say? Who am I to judge, guys? Guys, I don't care if you vote for Trump. I don't care if you vote for Clinton. I don't care if you're a hot girl, a transgender dude, or if you're an ugly-ass snaggletooth psychopath. Why? Because, guys, I like to be single, and I want you to be free. I want you to live your best life. Who am I to judge? So, guys, and even like, some of my guys at Tom, if you're dressing up like Catwoman, am I mad at you? I'm not mad at anyone, guys. So what I can tell you is this, Donald Trump small hand emoji to you. Why? Because, shit, make your life great again, guys. Let's take a hydration break. African amazing. Hey, Sam and everyone. Good to see you. Free to be me. Teachers, period, not just art teachers. Leopard print, total disaster. Well, I agree with that. Guys, look, teachers have some of the steadiest jobs in the entire country. Being a teacher, after you get tenure, is thumbs up. You get a pension, you got good health care benefits, and love and respect to all my teachers, okay? And I do know some good teachers. Now, would I ever date them? No. Not because I think like they're evil people. I think they're great people, and I thank God for them. And I love public school teachers. But what I can tell you is this, guys. I think everyone's a psychopath. That's the truth. So it doesn't really matter to me whether you work at Wall Street or you're a public school teacher. Guys, I want to stay single. That's the whole point of every video I make. All right, so don't take it personal. All right, let's continue. Dies. Thank you, Roz. Roz, at Dies. My retirement goal is to get a trailer and build 180 square foot and live off the grid. Oregon has a lot of tiny homes. Continue. It's got a lot of cold-ass weather, too. Good luck with that, Roz. You're going to go from South Florida to Viking land. But am I mad at you? No, I want you to live your best life. But I looked. There was a piece of real estate that came up in an area that I like in South Florida for $99,000. It's got an RV shed. It's got full utility hookups. Got about an acre of land. But after experiencing this 1,000 trails pass for $800 or less per year, I got full utility hookups. I never have to pay utility. I got laundry facilities. I got pools. I got everything. And I could travel. I got flexibility. I got no liability of home ownership. I don't think I ever want to own again. But that may change as I get older. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not excited about owning anything. Too much liability, too much aggravation. And to me, if you're young and able to travel, even if you want to stay static, you're better off with an RV than a tiny home. Because if for some reason you just want to get up and move, your RV's already on wheels and you can go. A tiny home, even if it's on wheels, you got to get like some of those oversized trucks to come tow your shit away. And that takes a lot of work, a lot of time. So guys, a small RV is the same thing as a tiny home, but extra benefits because it's more flexible. And to me, you can live even cheaper. So what I could tell you, because you ain't going to take a tiny home and travel around the country going to 1,000 trails parks. So what I could tell you is this. Get a small RV if you're young and able enough to travel, and forget the tiny home. But what should you do? Whatever you want. Good job. Tomasco, I watched your video about the small homes. Thank you. Roz laughing. I love you, Roz. Daz, that's awesome, Roz. Daz, thanks, Tomasco. Roz, hey, I traveled 15 times to NYC. Not afraid to cold, Roz. Cold puss emoji to you. Because what I could tell you is this, guys. When the puss lips are cold, something needs to warm them up. And what I could tell you is this, guys. Donald Trump hand warmer emoji to all my cold puss out there. But am I going to do it? No. Why? Because once you touch the puss, guys, you're locked in, okay? And then you're caught, you're responsible for their emotional needs. They're going to call you up and they're going to want you to come pick them up, or they're going to want to know how you're doing, how your day was. And you're in psychopath mode. You want to just unwind. And when you call them up, you're happy and they're sad. So you call them up, like yesterday they were happy. So you call them up today, you figure they're going to be happy. Nope, now today they're a psychopath. Why? No reason. Their mood just changed like that. It went from Halloween to Easter, or it went from Easter to Halloween, and you didn't know what day it was. Why? Because it's a mood swing. Mood swings are total disasters, guys. I don't want to be involved with that. Let's stay positive. Tony, I rent an 80 square foot loft on my mansion. I pay about $650 a month. That's pretty good. And I'm quite happy. That's living below your means. Good job, brother. Where are you, Tony? It's cheap, private, and furnished. I'm not mad at that. That sounds pretty good. If you're living in an area you love, that's key. I think part of living your best life and how to make your life better is find the area you love and figure out how you can live there, how you can earn an income, how you can, thrive there. Now, if you don't know what area you like, then I would say create a level of flexibility in your lifestyle so you can travel and you can experience, like Raj, you can come to NYC, you can go to Oregon, you can go back down to Florida with 1,000 trails pass or whatever. Why? Because you're not ready to land. You want to explore, and I'm not mad at that. Daz Frugal Life. Guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, share the video, and buy your back scratchers on Amazon using my link. Van or small RV? Well, for most people, I would say van, because for most people, this is a transitional lifestyle, and a van is not an overcommitment. It leaves you a lot of flexibility. It's still kind of fuel efficient. An RV, it depends if you already have a tow vehicle. If you already have a tow vehicle and you don't mind towing, then I would say maybe get a small pull-behind trailer because it's still low risk if you already have a tow vehicle. Now, if you don't have a tow vehicle and, if you're going to buy an RV, the key is keep it below your means, okay? Because an RV can get just as expensive as a home, okay? And it's a depreciating asset, not an appreciating asset. But I'm not mad at RVs. But you have to be very cautious with big purchases because the simple life is that you have to remember to keep it simple. Because I've seen a lot of people living the simple life. They go buy a big RV. They never stop even with a van, they never stop renovating it. And the whole time on the road, they're trapped in the simple life consumerism. Again, you have to figure out a budget. You have to have some goals tied to your budget. And then within your budget and within your goals, if buying an RV, whatever type, whether it's a pull behind or Class B or whatever, if it's below your means, below your budget, and you can still have flexibility in your life and not be on the hook where if you get fired from the Dollar Tree, you got to go back to stripping. As long as you have that flexibility, then I would say that's fine to buy an RV. Just know that you're only going to get half its value when you go to trade it in. It's said statistically, the vast majority of people after 3 to 5 years trade their RV in. And then you're only going to get half the value. You're probably going to owe about 80% of the loan. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, if it's below your means and you accept that up front. But that's why I was kind of being cautious to do it. But the RV does get you heating, cooling, and amenities. But I don't want to really drain a tank. I really don't want to cook. And I don't want the extra weight of an RV yet. So for me, even though I would like some of the comforts with heating and cooling and not always having to be a tent camper, right now the flexibility of car living is just too good that I'm not willing to sacrifice some of that flexibility to take on the liability and the weight of an RV. At some point I may, maybe tomorrow. But right now, that's the biggest thing. There's some goals tied to my actions that I'm not ready yet for an RV, but we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Journey with Jordan, what's up, brother? Shout out to you. Hey, Sam, just checking in. I appreciate that. Hope you had a good weekend. I hope you did too, man. I love you, brother. Back to the grind tomorrow. Yeah, hey, guys, back to the grind is not that bad when you have downsized, when you have more options, you have more leverage. Even me taking on the remote position. Guys, I sold my house a year and a half before I applied to a different position that would allow me to work remote. And I applied like this, and I took the job like this. Why? Because I was positioned for it. So 3 steps to how to make your life better. Downsize first. Then you reposition. And as soon as you see an opportunity, you strike. and then you expand creatively. You start your YouTube channel, you do your side venture, you have Amazon link where people buy their dildos and get you commission. Okay. So be in a, do it in order. Okay. So whatever you're doing right now, see if you can simplify your life. Okay. While still maintaining an income. And then look, does going to work still suck? Yeah, but so does working out. I hate going to the gym every day. And I don't work out like a madman anymore. I'm not like totally like psychopath, but you got to have some resistance in life. But as I get older, I want less resistance. I work out less as far as like heavy weights, and I want to work less. But when you're young and you're middle aged, that's when it's time to build your career and maximize your earning potential. As you get older, you can downsize and reshift. Or if you're able to expand creatively, damn it, Tom Hanks, 199, my brother, damn it, Donald Trump, small hand emoji to you, brother. And what I could tell you is this, get yourself a couple of backs. Damn it, Tom. Thank you, brother. That 199 is much appreciated. And what I could tell you is this, guys, you expand creatively even if you got to go to work tomorrow. Why? Because it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the goals and aspirations on how to make your life better. So Tom Hanks and everyone working at Pepsi in Boone, North Carolina, damn it, I know you're delivering sugar to all the overweight women that got diabetes. But what I could tell you is this, brother, I appreciate that 199. Thank you, man. Let's take a hydration break. Thank you, brother. I love you. Shout out to you and Blanton. Woo. Free to be me. Mood swings and guilt trip and total disaster. Are there people out there that won't give you a mood swing and guilt trip? Yes, but only when you have self-worth and you don't allow it. Because a guilt trip and mood swings, they only stay wherever they're permitted. So if someone gives you a mood swing or a guilt trip, don't argue with them. Don't insult them. Just walk away. Okay? Why? Because you have to have self-worth. Never forget it. Tony, do you save a percentage of your monthly income? Yes. Tom, thank you, brother. I love you, man. Love you and Blant, man. Tony, I try to save about 40%. Thumbs up to you, man. Of my income, which I invest every month. I'm not mad at you. Just remember with investment, they always have some risk. So always have an emergency fund. An emergency fund should be about a year's worth of savings. So if you know every year you need $30,000, put $30,000 in savings. That'll take you all your lifetime for some people. Now, if anything, you should have $1,000 to $5,000 in savings. Savings is not an investment account. It's not a brokerage account. It's a savings account that gets no interest, and even if inflation eats it up, you have to mitigate your risk by having a level of stable emergency funds. So when, God forbid, an emergency happens, you don't have to go beg, your psychopathic family members for help. And have I been there? Yes. And will they hold that over your head till the day you die? Yes. So what I could tell you is this, guys. Save a level of your money in an emergency savings account that gets no interest, but it's stable. It's an emergency fund. And then invest, whether you want to do day trading or index funds or whatever. That's all personal preference, but it all comes with a risk. Even being a landlord comes with a risk. But I want you to have an emergency fund and a savings account that you don't touch. Not a checkings account. Not a checkings account, a separate savings account. Never touch it. Let inflation eat it up. It's an emergency, okay? That's all it is. It's break the glass if the psychopathic art teacher is shopping at the Halloween store. It's an emergency fund, okay? It's only if the psychopathic apocalypse hits and you got to make it rain in a strip club. That's the only reason it's there. Good job. 20. Love your movie, Tom. Good job. Tom Hanks in the house. You earned it, brother. Well, damn it. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Appreciate me. I got love for you. Shout out to you and Blanton working hard. Young men working their way through college and Pepsi, being a Pepsi driver, that's thumbs up. You're probably making more than an Uber driver. So what I could tell you and Blanton, man, thumbs up to you guys. You're working hard. When you're young and you're middle aged, guys, build your career, because when you get older, you want to start to work less. You want to rest more. This is the way life works. So guys, I'm at that plateau. I'm at 40, basically, okay? So I'm middle way through my life. The average lifespan is 80 years old. So in your 20s, 30s, 40s, guys, you're climbing the mountain to build your career, okay? At 40, look, you're peaking out. You go a little bit further, but then you start to downshift. Why? Because, guys, you want to enjoy your life more, okay? You want to, do more things on your terms. You worked overtime. You worked jobs you hated. You sacrificed, you grind, you studied. You took the electrical exam 3 times and you failed, and you picked your ass back up and you kept applying. That's how you build your career, okay? How do you build your career? By failing and getting your ass out there, showing up on Monday. Even if you hate your boss, you show up on Monday. You keep your mouth shut. Why? Because it's in your best interest, okay? So what I can tell you is this, guys. That's how you make your life better, all right? Tom, I love and respect you also. Everyone, like the video. Yeah, click that thumbs up button. It's easy and free. Yeah, guys, look, if you don't want to make it rain on me with a super chat, just click the thumbs up button, share the video, okay? When you buy your Halloween costume, and for all my transgenders out there or psychopathic women, when you buy your unicorn outfit, buy it on my Amazon link. Why? Because it doesn't cost you extra. I get a commission. Tony, have a great night, psychopath. Damn it. Let's end on that note. Psychopath emoji to you. So what I could tell you is this, guys. When everything is going well, you give the Donald Trump small hand emoji thumbs up, okay? And you keep pushing forward, okay? I love you. I want the best for you. Keep pushing forward.